You're the first person that I know personally that's actually had COVID. What's your perception of what COVID is prior, and how do you feel during the journey? And what's your insight from that experience?
From that experience, I'll say that on an intuitive level, it's a heavy experience because when the lungs fill with mucus, it can feel like concrete. It's hard to cough up and it can be very anxiety. Even the patients that I work with now that have COVID, I'm working them through many levels of anxiety around the heaviness of the mucus in the lungs. I'll also say that for me, because I was able to see through the darkness, so to speak, and allow myself to rest and allow myself to receive the silver lining of it, because for me, I'm always looking at, okay, well, how can we make this negative experience into more positive experience? So for me, I really use that time to deeply rest, not only at a physical level, but on a spiritual level, like allowing my psyche to rest, allowing my physical body to rest, and addressing my deepest fears, because along with COVID, there is a fear of dying. So it gave me another opportunity to face my death, because the more we actually can die before we die, the more we can actually be free in this life. Also, in that process, find a balance between letting your fears run and at the same time address your fears, especially from a higher place, because you don't want to merge with your fears and then all of a sudden sink into them. So with any level of fear, if we don't address it, it can be like a dog chasing us, right? So we need to turn toward our fears, address it with love and care and a lot of courageousness and our strength, so that they can be seen and relaxed through. And that in and of itself will really help decrease anxiety. It will help in the flow of your natural life force. Now, there are lots of what I call sticky categories that came up, in the sense of this still doesn't feel completely organic. It never has, to me, never has felt completely organic. Now, this is just me looking at intuitively. I'm not going to go into conspiracy theory. You know, to all the listeners out there, you can just tap in just a little bit and see what I'm talking about. I think for us now, the primary concern is that we have natural immunity, and natural immunity is not being considered at all and the United States population in terms of the CDC and what's going out. This is something that I'm going to be writing about and talking about, because I'm a spiritual practitioner, I'm a spiritual teacher, I am a mind-body practitioner, I'm also a doctor, and I have taught about immunology and what natural immunity really is. And for those that don't understand what I'm talking about when I'm saying this, in essence, natural immunity is when you get some type of illness, a pathogen necessarily, like a virus or bacteria, and then your B cells remember that virus, so that when you get it again, it actually stimulates your immune system so that you don't have that, either you don't get the illness or you don't have it as badly. There's a lot of information coming out internationally that those with natural immunity is actually, there's more efficacy than the vaccines. For whatever reason, that's not being addressed here in the United States. So that's something that is, oh, really? And why is that? And what's really going on?